first became ill with a serious mental illness in 1979. This was when I was in graduate school at Vanderbilt. I had gotten through a year of graduate school, but then I had a very acute psychotic episode, and I was later diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, which is a mix between bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. I became very ill with it, and for the next 13 years, I was in and out of hospitals, and I was psychotic so many times I can't count the number of psychotic episodes that I had. But it was in 1992, about 13 years after my first psychotic break, that I found a psychiatrist, or a psychiatrist found me, and solved the puzzle and prescribed the right mix of medications, and I changed fundamentally. And I went into a career, and I was able to have realistic goals. Well, one of my goals today is Awakenings, is still Awakenings. And Awakenings has been a part of my life for a long time. But what is Awakenings? Awakenings is about potential. That's what we're about, potential. The potential of people with mental illnesses to do great things.
I've been involved with Awakening since 1996, and my involvement has been at times president, times vice president, currently secretary, and now I've been dubbed the artistic director, which means I try to come to the art studio twice a week now that I'm retired, and spend time here preparing for different shows and putting up shows, and once in a while I paint something. It's meant the world to me. It has been such an incredible part of my life for so long now. I had been in and out of hospitals for a good 20 years before Awakenings. And ever since we started working on this project, I have not been back in a mental hospital in 27 years, or however long it's been.
So for me, Awakenings has provided community support, something that I didn't have, especially early on when Awakenings became a support to me almost 20 years ago. I was in state funding housing. I didn't have space, and the studio that they provided, it was refuge. It was a place to do something that I really hadn't been given that opportunity, and it gave me a place to put my emotions, my feelings, help me kind of understand another part of me that needed to come out.
Hello, my name is Dory, and the Awakenings to me means hope and resilience. It's given me the opportunity to be the person I am today, given me the self-confidence to create and be the person that I am wanting to be in the future. It's given me the opportunities to explore and just express myself in many ways, and I'm very grateful.
This book I have in front of me here is a collection of short stories called Dream Big. Since I've been coming to Awakenings, I've tried to write one article a week.
I've been in Awakening since June of 2023, and I like that I get to spend time with people that share similar struggles with me.
Irene's a stonk.
Okay, here you go.
Awakenings has been really good to me and good for me. I have helped Awakenings.
First show was probably the most exciting show. Bob started it with some seed money that we had to rent stands because we didn't have any stands to put the artwork on. We thought we would get a small number of people, maybe a dozen, and he knew a few people in his building where that were themselves artists, and he invited them, and we put out the word through NAMI to the whole state of Illinois, and we got almost 50 artists, and we had told everyone they could bring 5 pieces each. Some of those pieces were rather large, and we had to hang about 250 pieces of art, and it was our first show, so it was a challenge, but we sold enough to cover our expenses. We even got donations already, and we got Kay Redfield Jameson was on our honorary board on that first show.
Well, it was a tremendous success, and we got 50 artists that showed up, and I said the first show was just mesmerizing. It was just all wonderful. And that began the Awakenings Art Show, which later became the Awakenings Project. It was all due to those ideas that the people with mental illnesses have tremendous creative ability. And the thing is, we discovered that is true. All these artists that came were all talented, and some of them were really extremely able and talented, and so we were just delighted to be able to start this organization.
Well, we've done so many shows over the years, I couldn't possibly list them all, but we did 8 NAMI Illinois shows and 4 NAMI national shows, and that was where we really got our start. Then we were at the ARC Gallery, and we were at the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, North Central College, which was my alma mater, and we've been at the Aurora Public Arts Commission. We've had shows in lots of galleries, and then we started doing libraries. We have also done St. Mark's Episcopal Church twice.
Well, I think it's good for the congregation because I feel like it opens them up to also feel accepted, those of us who suffer with depression or other mental illness issues, that it just validates everyone, it validates the artists who are showing their work, that we value them, and that this artwork is considered sacred because it's a part of them and who they are and a part of their healing.
It also opens possibilities to people who might feel restrained about sharing their feelings or their condition, what they're struggling with. When they see this incredible work on the wall, it says, you have possibilities and goodness and creativity.
The Awakenings Review was started in the year 2000, so we're talking about 23 years ago. It's been publishing. Quite a bit of longevity. It was started when I worked at the University of Chicago. I was employed in the Department of Psychiatry in a group called the Center for Psychiatric Rehabilitation. And the director of the group, his name was Dr. Patrick Corrigan. He was very much forward-thinking, and he knew about Awakenings, about the Awakenings Art Show, and I said to him I really wanted to start a literary arm or literary facet to the group, and so he listened to me and he said, yeah, okay, why not?
So being a part of the Awakenings Project, being a part of Awakenings Review, really makes me into the person I am, that I always was. And it's just a pleasure and a privilege to work with that organization. Can't say enough. I'm a poet and I've run out of words to say about how wonderful it is for me to be a part of Awakenings Review. I hope that comes out in this short video.
I was really looking for an audience that was experiencing with and or dealing with mental illness and addiction, as they're often intertwined together. And so when I was searching, literary publications, mental illness, I came across the Awakenings Project. So it's been great to be involved with the Awakening so far.
I'm Elizabeth Boulay Farrell, a grateful poet whose work has appeared in the review, and this poem is from the spring 2024 issue. Salutation. When I write to ask how you are doing, I mean it. The pen sincere upon the paper. Maybe receiving mail through the door slot might cheer you. It cheered me to do it. Being about both of us, loving words flowed. My mind full of thoughts, your mind reading them. If anything could move our moods, let it be this.